dear friends and colleagues in Japan. It is an enormous pleasure to speak with you today. My memories of Japan over many years and my many friends make me wish for a time in the future when it is possible to return to see you all in person. In recent days, I have been preparing some remarks for the YMCA Japan, celebrating their 100 years of camping. And so I have been thinking about you all very much. Preparation for this speech and for that one bring back memories of my visits to camps in Japan. Camps like Roko, Anan, Nojiri, and Yamanakako. To meet campers and staff who recognize the value of the camp experience. Japan Outdoor Network, Labo, university classes on camping leadership, the International Camping Congress in 2000 with Mr. Sakai and Mr. Maroka and so many others, the Asia Oceania Camping Congress in 2016 with Professor Hoshino and Masaka Haragaya. So many wonderful camp volunteers all working together. In addition, many camper groups and staff interns from Japan have come to Canada over the years, and so I feel like our friendship continues to grow. Long before the formation of ICF in 1987, in the days when camping in Canada and camping in the United States were opening new conversations together, Japanese camp leaders were reminding us that camping is not just North American. Tetsuo and Emiko Honma, Sachiko Tanaka, and others showed North American eyes that camping is alive all across the world. We are better and stronger for learning about the strength and connections that Japan camping has given to the rest of us. In these troubled times of pandemic, climate change, natural disasters, and economic turmoil, it may be difficult for us to remain optimistic about camping. Our society has faced what is arguably its most serious existential crisis in recent history. Prior to this pandemic, our children were already facing serious threats in society. Increased disconnect with nature, oversaturation with screen technology, social disruption, mental health issues, unprecedented anxiety, and more. COVID-19 has sharpened and focused these stresses to a critical stage. We must find a role and a place for camping. Today, you will hear, or perhaps have already heard, from camping leaders across the ICF community about the situation in their own regions and what has transpired during the past 6 months. The work was to survive as camping and also to recover as camping and to grow forward. While language, culture, and timing may have been different in different countries, in many cases the challenges and the responses to those challenges have been similar. In countries not represented by speakers, we have seen some similar repeated efforts. Some of them have been desperate, and some have been heroic. Dedicated professionals working through the challenges before them. I have several that I'd like to share with you now. First of all, we were able to see clear efforts to talk to government, to talk to educators, and to explain camping and the importance of camp education. Second, we have seen collaboration with health agencies to create effective procedures, effective protocols, so that camping can continue. We have found and created alternative programs and virtual programs in order to keep families connected to one another and connected to camp. We have also seen coordination as camping groups. So groups like NCAJ, the United States American Camp Association, Canadian, Australia, where groups have gotten together and said we must speak in a loud, clear voice about the value of camping. And so in many countries there has been coordination so that their voice can be heard. In one case, in Spain, ICF is particularly proud of the Spanish camp professionals because where there was no camp organization before, there is now a Spanish Camping Association. They realized that speaking together, speaking with one voice, was a voice that government could hear and educators could hear. The value of camp must not be lost in this crisis. On the ICF side, it was difficult for us to know exactly what to do. Every country is different, and ICF has never tried to control the camping in any country. We simply want to share. And so it was that we came up with some plans. First of all, number one, ICF did its best to allow camps and camp professionals to find one another, to speak to one another, and to understand that they are not alone. The stress of this pandemic and the isolation it generated was huge. And so members of the board, individuals as well as groups, reached out in order to reassure people that there was a future ahead and that, like good camp professionals, they listened and encouraged and gave hope for a future. A sense that we belong and a sense that others care is so important. The second thing that we did was that the ICF, because it is really the only global camp community, ICF began to share information across borders. And so we set up news pages on our website and on various social media platforms. We strengthened communication from one setting to another setting so that people could learn how to talk to one another in their society, how to reach out to policymakers and media and families. And so it is that we were able to gather the very latest best practices from Australia and Europe, Russia and North America, so that everyone could learn and everyone could become better. Because our countries are all different sizes and all different places and all different styles and cultures, ICF decided that it could do one more thing. That perhaps we could start the song. We could start raising the voice. And so we decided on a social media campaign. And with the help of our ICF ambassadors, as well as with camp professionals in Canada and Mexico, we created a Thanks to Camp campaign. Thanks to Camp was launched on August the 1st and ran over the entire month and finished with a web-based event on August the 30th. The intent was to invite everyone, campers and staff and alumni and directors and owners and educators and families, to tell their camp story, to share how important it is to their life that they went to camp. ICF put out a call and asked for people to hold up signs or to make a small video. We received over 200 video clips and put together a video message. And this video message is on YouTube, and I hope that you have had a chance or can take a chance to see the diversity all across the world of camping, but also the things that we all have in common. It all came together in a matter of just a few weeks. In addition to the Thanks to Camp team generating social media, we also generated toolkits in 7 languages, including Japanese, so that organizations like NCAJ, like the YMCA, and like organizations in various countries, they could use this same model in order to raise awareness in their country. And so it is that some individual camps, some associations, and some various other groups put together their own Thanks to Camp campaign. ICF offered special letters that could be written to government officials or to educators or to policymakers in order to appeal for them to realize and recognize that camp education is so important. We know that after giving camps a voice, after we get the attention of the world, we need to then tell them something and show them that we understand how important it is. And so research has already proven that camp makes a difference. And you are part of that important team of researchers to help provide proof for the things that we are singing and the things that we are saying. So after hashtag Thanks to Camp, we have hashtag More Than Just Fun. Too many people think that camp is simply a place where we are playing and that is all that we gain. But we know that camp is more than just fun. Over the month of August, we generated over 2,000 individual posts across 6 continents. There are stories and pictures and videos and events. There are over 500,000 exposures to Thanks to Camp in English alone. It can be done and has been done in other languages as well, and it can continue in Japanese. The campaign for Thanks to Camp and for the messages that it is more than just fun can continue forever. The takeaway allowed different camps in different countries to reinforce their own messages in their most effective way. And the main thing that ICF learned or relearned during this past 6 months, it has been how important it is that we bring together the world of outdoor experience. As different as we all may be, we share so much in common. In ICF, there is no desire to shape or direct camping in one country or another country. We simply want to share knowledge and to share community and to recognize that we are all part of the same movement. That movement is touching the lives of youth in meaningful ways. That movement is providing them with tools of discovery and building. Those tools help children discover who they are, and those tools help them build who they can become. Those tools are transferable into everyday life, in the city, in the country, in the home, in the school. And it allows children to become the best versions of themselves and to grow into the best versions of their adult selves, in the best version of their society, and on the healthiest version of this earth. The ocean is made of single drops. And every drop, every child is important. It is always dangerous to hold on to what was if it can no longer exist. It is critical that we accept what is in this new reality. We are well and truly in an information age. It is not like we grew up as children in our camps. We are now well and truly a global village where our actions impact our neighbors. Technology and innovation are important. Technology, innovation, and modern thinking belong in our offices and administration to help us do our real job better in a better way. But camping and camp education is not high tech. It is high touch. Camp experiences should touch the heart and the minds and the souls of our children. And they should do it through enhanced connections with the out of doors, with one another, and with positive leadership. It should also help children touch inside who they are. In this information age, when we are bombarded by external opinion and influences, the inner voice, the quiet voice, the only voice that stays with us, must be heard also. What will the future of camping be like? In my mind, there are things we must always preserve and transfer into the new reality of what is. The end goals and products of the camp experiences remain the same as they've always been, in my mind. We must continue to create experiences in community and, if possible, in the outdoors. Those experiences must allow change in our children. Those experiences must equip those children with tools and skills that must inform their choices in the days and years ahead. Camping was founded on the value and importance of belonging in community, honesty, bravery, determination, caring, respect, and love. These are at the heart of the camp experiences. These goals have never changed, and they are needed more than ever. It is a challenging time for all of us. The world is asking much of us. The world is asking much of our children. And our children are needing us more than ever. If we're going to turn a corner on issues of pandemic, climate change, earth, health, and global citizenship, then what tools and skills are we providing to our children? These are the things we must prepare. Camping is more important than ever. So I applaud your desire to come together as a research community. Research gives camping a voice, and it gives us something to say. If we can help society listen, we can prove that camping can make a difference in the life of a child, and therefore in the life of every child in Japan. ICF remains your partner in sharing this work. We want to share your leadership across borders, and we want to share other leadership with you. So I say thanks to camp. We can make a difference, you and I. We can make a difference if we try. Congratulations on your work to prove that camp is more than just fun.